Okay, guys, welcome. If you're joining us for the first time and you're new to this channel, we are the Vitality Handbook. I'm Yao A. Owusu Jr., Vitality Consultant. Nicholas Lopez Jr., Andre Bibbin Jr. We're coming at you with episode 2 for sleep. Check out the videos, 3 steps. We're coming a little different. We're going to talk about how you prepare yourself for sleep. Now, before we pass it to the ceremonial, give it to you, why do we actually sleep? It's something that we do as humans, one of the most biological functions of our body. We just do it. We seem that we don't have control over it, but we know from books like Matthew Walker, Why Do I Sleep? You can kind of, Why We Sleep. From that book, he actually goes into the science behind it, right? This is something everyone needs to do, and we're going to talk about how you prepare yourself for that sleep. Now, for me, preparation is key. You have to understand if you have good quality sleep or bad quality sleep. There's a simple assessment test that we take. You can go to our website, peakvitalitysolutions.com, and you can ask for one of those questionnaires. We can send it out to you. But before you even go on that, are you waking up rested? What is a good test that you can do, right? To see that I need to assess to see if my sleep is good and sleep is bad. Do you need coffee by like 10 o'clock? That should let you know exactly if you're getting some semblance of sleep geared towards, I'm not really rested, right? So we understand why we have to sleep. We're not going to go into the science like we did in our other videos about why we sleep, but we're going to talk about preparation for sleep. So my preparation is simple. I want to make sure that my environment is great. I want to make sure about an hour before I know it's time to go to sleep. An example, I want to go to bed at 10:30. So by 9:30, I'm going to start my prep, brushing my teeth, taking a shower if I need to do that. I recommend doing that. Beyond being funny, I think that you should get into a relaxed state, and taking showers sometimes relaxes me. Hot showers, lavender smell, stuff like that. So the scents that you have around, not making sure that you're not eating things that are highly acidic, right? Heavy meats, right? Because that's gonna stop yourself from preparing a good night's sleep, feeling gassy. You want to make sure you're nice and relaxed. So that starts with having your water way before it's time to go to bed, so you're not waking up peeing 5 million times. That type of preparation. Then we're talking about making sure your environment, I like my room to be clean. If my room is clean, I'm going to get a great night's sleep, right? And now we're talking about putting my phone down, making sure my TV is off, right? So prepping myself. Now my body's going to do what it biologically is supposed to do. It's just going to go to sleep because I've prepared a great environment. So I say my preparation would be the environment of my body and the environment that I'm going to be sleeping in. So we're talking about sleep preparation. I'm going to pass it to you guys. Nick, sleep preparation. What do you think?
Sleep prep. To keep it simple, sleep prep for me, what I actually do is getting that lemon water, like that pH balance before sleep is like the most.
I like that.
Most consistent thing I do.
I like that.
My weakness for sure is bringing my phone
to the bed. But see, we're probably being honest. He's 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 being honest.
I know my quality of sleep is so much better when I don't bring my phone into the
bed. Yeah.
I'm not going to go into why.
That can get deep. That can get deep. It could be many ways.
Yeah, but the discipline is like when I got to turn that switch on to be disciplined. That's the hardest part. I would say if I'm being honest, like being candid with everybody, my sleep prep is good all the time, except for that, like not bringing in the phone. I do put it on airplane mode when I know I'm going to KO.
Right.
So I do have the orange light on. I say take everything as far as like, so I guess to summarize what I'm talking about, right? To bring it back, sleep preparation for me, I would say if I had to put one gem out there is be aware of the electronics you're bringing into your bed.
Yeah.
Just don't have a bunch of artificial light because your body still senses light even with your eyes closed.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I would say to summarize all the blabber I just went through, electronics in the bedroom, don't bring them in. If you do, everybody's not perfect. I make the mistake sometimes. If you bring it into the bedroom, reconsider, okay? Because the quality of everything will be going up when you remove the electronics out the bedroom.
I love that. So your preparation is making sure the artificial light, the electronics are out to kind of take your mind off of that. Perfect. All right, Mr. Dre, Give us. He's like talking about sleep. Why are you talking to me? The creative mind is always flowing, but when you not taking out that, do you get the best quality? Do you sleep early? Taking all that out. We know how creatives are. I'm saying if you know you need sleep and you're like, I need a guarantee, get a good night's sleep, what would you do? What would be your prep to guarantee you're going to have a good night's sleep? What would you do?
I know last episode I told you guys, right, everyone that, you know, having my daughter, right, puts me to sleep.
Right.
Stay out the damn bed. That's over with. You grew about 2-3 inches since that episode. Okay, stay out the bed. Stop being a hater. All right, now. Andrea. But remember before the last episode, I said, putting her to sleep. You know, she laying next to me now. Stay out the bed. It's over with. It's done. It's done. Right. That one, yeah. And stop being a hater. Y'all didn't get that.
No, I got it.
You got it? All right. Definitely, I just wanted to recap that, clear the air there. I would say what I found out is room temperature. I'm noticing because I was having like bad, I wasn't having good, I don't want to say bad, but the quality of my sleep, I wasn't waking up feeling good. You know, all those things. I would say I noticed the previous week up to now is the air quality. Right, it has to be a certain amount of the room has to be cooler, just a little cooler for me to sleep better. So I would say that for sure. Also too, I would say what helps me sleep better, knowing that I took my supplements to recover. Right, so before I go to bed, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna wake up and I'm like, damn, I forgot to take my shake, or I forgot to do X, Y, Z. Damn, I'm not gonna be prepared physically at the height that I need to be to perform well in my workout. So
you're even thinking before you go
I'm thinking
to bed,
before I'm prepping. Yeah. So I would leave it there, but yeah.
I mean, I think that's great. I mean, now you're talking about what type of nutrients you're putting into your body. So the nutrition plays a role on preparation.
On my head when I'm going to sleep, I'm like, damn, I forgot. I don't want to take, because we're going to talk about that in the rapid fire. So, but go ahead.
It's perfect. I mean, from what Nick is saying, he's talking about bringing in electronics. So things that are going to stimulate you, you want to take that out. And you're talking about nutrients that are going to stimulate you to make sure that you can guarantee that great night's sleep for recovery for sleep. And then putting it all together, we're talking about adding in specific things that you need to prepare yourself to sleep, whether it's nutrition, whether it's stretching, whether it's getting into a mind state. So meditation could also put you in a flow state. Taking a shower, air quality, right? Smells. So there's so many things that can go into preparation for sleep. Now, I want to talk about how would you approach this if you had a client or a family member, someone that you really wanted to kind of help them transform their life, and you knew sleep was one of the major pillars that would actually help them. Like, how would you instruct them to say that this is something that you want to do?
It would depend on, the first thing comes to mind, it would depend on the person, to try to find where they're, like, obviously we would need an assessment, what's going on in their life.
Right.
If it's a family member, it's just like conversational.
Right.
And I don't know, give me a conversation. What are you telling me? Did they just tell me they got 2 hours of sleep, or did they tell me that they're having trouble sleeping?
Having trouble sleeping.
I would start asking questions. What are you eating before bed?
Yeah,
So
here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Perfect. Basically, we just asking questions to see what of those things they are doing, which you would want to encourage,
right?
And what things they're not doing. Are they having, I don't know, fried food before, like 30 minutes before bed?
Yeah.
Are they having like something crunchy, like like what are they eating before bed?
Yeah.
Basically, what are the habits right before they?
Mm-hmm.
If they lay down at 10 p.m., they're like, they can't sleep. But then at 9:45 p.m., they just saw, they were going through their emails about a stressful project.
Yeah.
Not saying that you can't do that if it's an emergency, but you have to be able to train yourself to turn that switch on and off.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah. How would you saying an assessment? You're basically going to have a conversational assessment if it's someone that's family member, because you don't want to feel, they don't want to feel like they're attacked or you're trying to preach on them. So it's more conversational, but that takes some skill. Or if it's a client, you're going to have that assessment. right? Especially if they're feeling tired, there can be so many things, but having that assessment on, all right, what is your mindset looking like? Or have you been stressed out a lot more, right? So being able not to manage that stress for the client, for sure. Yes, it's family because they're going to take it to heart a little bit especially in the positions that we're in as coaches, as consultants. They're already on their best behavior. Okay, I didn't have that. I didn't have. Come on, listen. But that's how it happens. But that's how it happens. Do you see what I'm saying? That's how it happens.
All of a sudden, you can't have this.
What happens is that you're the leader, you're the nucleus. We said this the first episode. We said this the first episode. You are the leader, you are the king, you are the general. You see what I'm saying? And that goes for women and men. But everyone has to be their own king or their own queen. So when people see that and you're living your life through example, and they see how you're actually developing and how you're staying true and staying disciplined and you believe yourself and you're aware of yourself. What does that sound like? 3 steps to master your mindset. Go watch it. What are you guys doing? Do you see what I'm saying? So when people see that, they have no choice but to just, hey, I'm going to fall in line. Or they'll trick themselves and say, hey, I'm not, But you know how they'll do, come on. Proof is in the pudding though. So what would you say if we're talking about, all right, he talked about family member a little bit, but if you had a client, how would you start to tell them? Is sleep? What does that do, Andre? I don't believe in that.
All right, so
that's one exercise, Dre. Don't tell me.
All right.
I don't want to hear about nothing else.
I'm gonna end up injured, so that's it. That's the first thing I say. And don't talk to me anymore. Don't talk. I don't have to have no more conversation. That's it. So that's it. Yeah. Seriously.
No, I like that. I mean, you guys might be laughing out there, but he's basically saying there is no stop. You don't go past you go to jail, straight to jail. We're not training if you don't encourage sleep as a professional.
I'm laughing because you have to deal with stubborn people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you have to deal with stubborn clients. I was gonna basically the same question to you, Dre, but how would it change if someone's stubborn? And how would it change if someone's coachable?
Compliant.
Basically, someone who's stubborn. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you'll know if they're, because like you said, they'll be like, oh no, I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm getting 8 hours of sleep. You'll see in their performance. Number one, right? First thing I'm gonna say, how many hours of sleep if they're doing toe touches, hamstring kickbacks, RHM, Frankenstein's, right? Touching the toes. If you see them, they go 1 week, boom, in place. Feet stable, right? All of a sudden, coordination, perfect. Coordination. If you see that coordination gone, the next week, first thing I'm going to ask them, how many hours of sleep you got? Stress, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you haven't been sleeping. I know off of how they're moving, right? Like you said, no coordination. And you'll be able to tell the difference of who's listening. You don't need to stay on them. And who's stubborn. Oh, 100%. Right? From that, you put them in the categories, right? By their performance, right?
Oh, keep riding with that. So by their performance, you put them in category. Yeah, put them in category. What if they're not doing nutrition, or do you put them in the same category? Or?
Yeah, there's all different categories, right? There's all different categories. And it's like Nick said, with the stubborn client and the coachable client. I mean, we don't need to talk about the coachable client really, because they're doing everything we're telling them to do. So that us,
coachable. Say someone come up to you, it's coachable, and they're like, "All right, my sleep is terrible. How can I prep?"
Oh, all you do is just tell them the steps, and they're going to do it because they're coachable. That's what I'm saying. They're coachable. You tell them the steps, follow. How it's like. I'm not going to go that deep into it, but. Maybe they need you to write it down on a piece of paper for them. Right. For them, they need to see it on their refrigerator, right? Or maybe they need an email. Maybe they need a text. Maybe have something to where reminders what they Or maybe if you're one of those coaches that stay on top of your clients and you send a simple text, hey, go to sleep at 10:30. Right? I don't want to hear you whining about how you're tired, how this, how X, Y, Z. Just send those reminders out before the session.
So the night before,
you send the reminders out. So now, did you do it? I don't want to hear no shit. So now you can't complain to me.
I use tactics. I still do. If any of my clients are watching, they're like, Y'all does that to me all the time. Yes, of course. Like that's what's supposed to happen.
That's how the operator brain works, by the way. So hearing that from the business side, you can easily add that to like auto email.
Yeah.
Where you put in like the tips of how to prep for your session.
Yeah.
And then that's an easy way to like spark
conversation. We want to give you guys the secrets.
So that's
right.
That's the business side of it.
Yeah.
That's the business side.
Yeah.
Just add those into, because you should. I'm assuming, which I should not assume. What I'm saying, it's worked really well for me.
Right. Right.
It's worked really well for all the the six-figure trainers I've spoken to.
Mm-hmm.
Having some type of confirmation system
right.
for your clients.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that.
Yeah.
For the professional crowd out there.
Shouldn't assume, but
you should definitely have a confirmation system.
Yeah.
Mention.
Yeah. Like I said.
Great. So he always has that.
Yeah.
Got that coaching hat on, so I'm just saying, okay, boom. How do you put that into the system? And that's an easy way to add in. Like here's how to best prepare for our upcoming session.
I mean that can be easily put into a management process system.
Dre's struggling right now.
Yeah.
Dre's struggling so hard for me to be giving these gems, but just the business side. It's just
No. But listen.
You guys have to call me that. I'm like, like now Dre's cool. So I'm like, okay.
The thing about this is we want to spark conversation. And we know what we're saying is truthful. We know what we're saying is real. We know what we're saying works because we experimented over and over and over and over on hundreds of clients and hundreds of. But this spans over 20 years of knowledge that I've been working with high-level athletes, with high performers, with people that were broken down, just had back surgery, knee surgery, and the number two thing, might said number one, but the number two thing, sleep. Period. Like this is something that you have to do as a functioning human being. If you don't sleep, let's just bump all the science stuff. If you don't sleep, you're finished. You will literally die. If you don't sleep for a month, you're dead. You're dead. No, you're gonna die. Like you have to sleep. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. If you know this in your heart of hearts that you're really not having good sleep and you're not being rested, just seek a professional, right? Seek someone that can give you a program. Seek someone that you can follow. Continue to follow us throughout the weeks because we're going to be giving you these gems. A coach, consultant, a trainer that's qualified. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to get into our section, rapid fire. All right? So now today, we're going to let Nick lead. And Nick is going to lead the rapid fire for us. I'm not going to tell you what he's going to say. He's probably going to ask questions, which I love. But Nick, take it away, man.
Damn spot.
Come on, man.
I'm listening to him like, hold on. Y'all such a good host. In my mind, I'm like, this dude just read me. Has something to say. Like, what kind of host is this guy becoming?
He's amazing, man. He's really amazing, guys.
What I wanted to say on the rapid fire, I guess I'm trying to think of it. I'll say it, and then you let me know what questions we can ask me in the audience.
Perfect.
Or you can ask and run it with.
Perfect.
Run with it. Basically, you know how from the coaching side, from anybody who wants to become their best version, you got to have sleep in the mix.
I like that.
We all learn the hard way. We know the difference. We are aware and in tune with our body.
Right.
Where if we have bad quality sleep, we can feel it because we're always mindful. You don't have to be a monk to hold mindfulness at a high priority. We're actually all mindful because we can sense. If we say, "Oh, I know what happened last. I know why I feel off."
Yeah.
It takes a lot of mindfulness.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a whole different conversation.
Right. Yeah.
You
Aware.
got to be in tune.
Got to be very aware.
So
yeah.
So we're all in tune. So we know when we get bad quality sleep. We know that sleep is important for having that crazy physique that we're all pursuing. That's a daily pursuit. What I want exactly. What I wanted.
I got sleeves on. Damn, these 30 inches.
Python. So the question or the frame I want to introduce is, sometimes people will, for 4 weeks, have their sleep on point.
Okay.
And they'll feel great. They'll get all the results they want. And once they ride that high of being exactly where they're at, then all of a sudden, I was thinking, not only does exercise generally fall off, because I always tell clients, listen, you're going to feel great. Don't let this be when you stop. You actually got to go harder.
Yeah.
Okay, that's exercise talk, but it actually happens with all the other habits of the 5 pillars.
Yeah.
We're talking about sleep.
Right.
why do you think, so the question that just came up, me talking through that, why do you think that people let their sleep go out the door?
I mean,
okay. That's the question, audience. I'm posing that question to my host, business partner. He's all my business partners here. Okay, let me get my host on. Okay, Yao A. Usu Jr. Today, I'd like to ask, why do you think?
Yes, sir.
The general population.
Yes, sir.
Or the special population.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got it. Okay, got it.
Why do you believe that these people?
These people.
I'm holding some suspense.
These people. Hey, Charlie.
Listen, man, I don't mock your pussies. I'm going through my flow, okay? I'm adding that suspense. Why do you think these people let their sleep habits go?
I think people take sleep for granted. Everybody thinks that sleep is a privilege. Do you see what I'm saying? Oh, sorry. If everyone thinks that good sleep is just something that you're naturally privileged to have, you have to actually work at it to be a great sleeper. Some people just take it for granted. It's like, okay, all humans do it. They sleep. So why do I have to pay attention to sleep? I don't control it. I just want to go to sleep. But if you have to have a program for how you train, that's one of your pillars. You have a program for what you eat, how you think. You have to have a program. And some of these apps are coming out now, sleep apps and stuff like that, which is good, is making the awareness of the world, right, to understand why sleep really matters. Okay? There's a lot of business that's calm, right? One of those businesses that does a lot on meditation to help them sleep. So I would say people take it for granted. And you can't take your sleep for granted because it's something that is so dear to you. If you don't have, you will die. You will literally die. So you can't take sleep for granted. You have to understand that it is a major pillar. We put it at pillar 2, above nutrition, above recovery, above exercise. That is on purpose.
Take a moment to really think about what Yao just said there. We're gonna add some special effects and put that. We're gonna add some special effects to just really drive that point in and hope that it inspires you to just think, because that's what conversation is really powerful for. As you see all these great conversational podcasts, it just inspires you to think. A lot of people don't think for themselves, right? So, or think enough, right?
Ding! Nick gets a gem.
No, saying.
Yeah.
Think about like, I don't want to go off tangent. That'll be the next mindset episode. I'm gonna keep that one in clip. But now we're gonna bring that same question to Andre Bivens, the cheat code.
The cheat code. Oh,
yes, sir.
Oh.
So.
Oh.
Right. So by the way, I'm inspired by Yao. Yao's such a great host. I'm just that energy is like coming through.
But I'll tell you this. So that's what I mean. If your team isn't getting better, right? So he did the Yao thing just now, right? He just did my thing. Oh, I'm thinking like Dre. Boom. That was like, come on. If your team not getting better, then you should be feeding off of each other, right?
Quantum leaps.
The question again: why do you think people let their sleep go out the door?
Why do people let their sleep go out the door? Ha! Come on. What we got here? Why do people let sleep go out the door? Yeah, I'm trying to, because there's so many. Why do people? I'm gonna go with the first thing I had inside me. Okay, first thing. Society. Them listening to other people, because what Nick said, they don't think for themselves. Right? They don't have enough of us out there that's telling them it's cool to get sleep. It's a cool thing. It's actually a cool thing to get sleep. It's actually cool to get sleep.
Society does put that work, grind. You gotta go. Don't sleep. If you sleep while your people get ahead of you while you're sleeping. Oh yeah,
You're a sucker or you get sleep.
You get sleep. I'm out here working.
I'm out here working. Okay, yeah, you're working, you're gonna crash and burn. You know how many times I done told that to trainers? I done told that to regular people walking out here, they'll be talking to me. I'm like, so how much sleep did you have? Yeah. Like literally, like, oh nah, man, you know what? I mean, I'm even gonna say nothing. I tried my best to help you out, but you know what? We'll see what happens. I guarantee, I'm not gonna tell you, I'm not gonna break it down for you, but I guarantee you, in a couple more weeks, next time I see you, you're gonna be walking with a limp. You're gonna tell me about how much pain you're in, like all those things.
For sure, for sure.
I'm sorry, but you can tell.
My guy over here.
You can tell.
That's society. I didn't even realize. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. That's society, bro.
It's true. It's
society, bro.
When have you heard since March 2020?
Last year.
Who has
Last year.
anything about taking care of your health to prevent disease?
Not one.
I don't want to go into that tangent because
Not one.
But I'm saying the same way, like you said, society. I'm like, yes, that's actually very interesting. That's an interesting point. That's an interesting frame to say people don't let go of it because society, number one, either tells you to let go of it, or there's not enough people pushing that message forward.
Yes,
so that was,
exactly.
You know how I was thinking about Sonic? Gym?
Take it for granted,
I was
man.
thinking about when you go to Chuck E. Cheese, or if you've ever gone to Chuck E. Cheese.
Uh-huh.
I think I went once. Anyways, when you hit the jackpot,
right?
It's just
Yeah. I've been to Chuck E. Cheese before. I've been to Chuck E. Cheese.
That's a gem.
Before Nick goes into that, what I was going to say is that we are the new cool. We the ones that say it's okay to get sleep, right? Look at us, right? We are the. I'm gonna say it here on which call. I'm manifesting it right now. So we are going to control and make it popular, make it all those things cool, right? We're going to make those things. We are the culture. I'm just letting y'all know that now. Listen. My brother, he's an artist. They do late night stuff. You know, they stay up. They're recording. They're up in the studio, 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning, right? All those things. My brother even hit me up. He's not doing weed. He's not even in how we're thinking. He said, man, I'll be listening to y'all guys about the sleep thing. Yeah, man, I feel different when I get more sleep and all those things like that. I don't have to go in that deeper, but he lives a totally different lifestyle than we do, right? So also too, a trainer, man, I've been getting really good sleep now, man, blah, blah, blah. I'm getting my sleep. You know why? Because they're listening to this podcast, right? I'm telling you, we're about to change the world, fellas. Go ahead.
You know, I always say this. We're talking about fitness industry, wellness industry, and we have the vitality industry. Most of you guys have probably never heard of that, but this is what we're talking about. We're developing before your eyes what we call the vitality era. Period. No. What do you mean uncomfortable? Go ahead. This is real. This is real life stuff. There has to be a stand in society. There has to be a stand in society to say that being healthy and being vital is important. Just think about that. Wouldn't you like in society if everyone serviced people to be healthier and more vital?
That's what I responded to.
Do you see what I'm saying?
That's what I said
That's
about
it.
my purpose.
Yeah.
I said, like, that would be what I bought. Yeah.
That's it.
If I had $1 billion, everybody would put vitality on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Everybody.
100%.
Not the shortcut, cheap.
Nah, 100%.
Real quick transition about sleep. Okay. Y'all's never going to hand off the host to me again because I ran with it. So running back to you, y'all. Let's bring us into the. I think we're going to the humanizing.
Yeah, wind down. Yeah. So.
Hold on. Are we doing a rapid fire thing?
Yeah, we just did. You know, we just did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, so we did. So we just did our rapid fire where Nick came to us with our questions on what we were talking about in sleep preparation. So the rapid fire was great. Now we're going to transition into our wind down. All right. Now the wind down is where we just kind of relax. Like Nick says, we're going to humanize it. And what we're going to do is we're going to let Dre take this away. Lead us into our wind down, however you want to do it. Sleep, man. What do we got? What do we have to tell the audience about sleep?
Damn, they put me on the spot. Listen. I'm gonna let y'all talk. Then I'll see if I get something from there. But one.
Well, you know, you pass it to me. I'm gonna rock with.
Hold on. Let's go because Nick was he's the humanizer, right? Didn't you say Nick is the one that, are you who?
I told you he's never going to give me
Nick
the
has
host
to go.
again.
Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead, because he's going to ask the question again. Because now he's humanized. Go ahead.
Yo, I felt y'all staring into my soul. It's like, lucky I trust you. Lucky I done brought you to Ghana and then showing you the Wakanda.
Now, go ahead. And then we'll bounce from there. We'll bounce from there.
So talking about sleep, winding down, what is it that you would want the world to know about it?
The humanizing aspect is actually what allows you to find the motivators or another angle or perspective to inspire somebody or influence somebody to take sleep preparation seriously. So the humanizing aspect is like just strip everything away. What's the raw emotion of it? What's the raw element of it? So you can use that to help people actually take the topic more seriously. In this case, last time it was mental health, mindset. This time is sleep prep. I mean, what comes to mind based on our convo earlier, real quick, was what you said about that how to sleep is already programmed in us. It's not something that the only thing we can do with it is mess it up. Like,
that's it.
The temperature thing was supposed to be like all the things that all the artificial environments we've created. On top, sleep by itself is just like such a natural process. I mean, you said simpler than sex.
Yeah, it is.
Like a more primal, more.
You gotta learn how to have sex. You gotta learn those things. Are learned things. I mean, do you see what I'm saying? But with sleep, it's just something that's just natural, right?
Exactly.
So, Dre.
What do you think?
So like you said, I'm a human. I'm gonna go in this thing. I wanted to say it previously, but I'll go now. To tell the people, what I want y'all to do is go a week with, I'll give you 4 hours of sleep. A week with 4 hours of sleep, right? 7 days. We're gonna go through 7 days. Hold on, no. Because people normally get about 4 hours of sleep. Right. So let's say a week of 4 hours of sleep. Let me know how you feel, right? Let me know how you feel after that week is over, right? Then the second week, you're gonna get 6 to, I'll give you 10. It's okay. Sometimes you gotta sleep in to recover, depending on your day, how hard you trained, if you trained, whatever it is, right? 6 to 10. I'll give you good 6 to 10. Okay. Let me know how you feel the next week. Then that's just sleep. I'm not gonna go deep into prep and all that. That's just sleep. And let me know how you feel. And now you're gonna compare it. Okay, I felt like this. Look at your days, right? Then go to this. Damn, I felt happy. I felt more energized, etc., etc. So I'll leave it there. That's how I humanize it, like, right? So I'll leave it from there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's going, make your own experiment.
Yeah, make your own experiment.
Sometimes you have to test things out on yourself, and that's the best way. I mean, that's how
you'll find out.
Well, that's how all science is created. We tested on something, tested enough, and people say, okay, this works, and it's a theory. You know what I mean? So I'm loving that. So if we're going to talk about humanizing it, it's pretty simple. You can't get any more human than just going to sleep. So I just have to drive the nail home. If you want to be a functional human being, then you need to sleep like a functional human being. A functional human being sleeps when the sun comes down. You get sleepy. That's a natural thing. Okay? Sun goes down, you got to start preparing yourself to go down. When the sun comes up, you got to start preparing yourself to come up because we're organic creatures. This is why sleep plays a role with all the organic things around us. Things we eat, things we see, smell, hear, think about. Those are all things that the basic human being is going to be able to sense. And if you can't allow your body to relax enough when it's time to be relaxed and you're too hyper, you're working too late, and you're doing this and doing that, and you're not even paying attention to it, then you're not going to be a functional human being. So simple as that.
So like he said, so when I put that chart together, it's let me know. So everything I said, how did you feel here, getting less? How did you feel getting more, right? So it's basically let me know let me know the feel is function. Let me know how you function. And look at how you function the week of 4 hours. Let me know how you function a week of 6 to 10 hours, right? So it was perfect.
All right, awesome, man. So again, like, comment, subscribe. Again, if this is your first time here, thank you. We welcome you. If you are ongoing and you've been viewing us, let us know how we're doing. Comment sound quality. I mean, Dre has looking good in some arms, but let us know exactly. We really want to hear from you guys. As always, be better than you were yesterday. Remember, you always have the authority, the choice to do better, to heal your body. So please choose wisely. Let's get into it.